Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you for checking out my video. I hope you like it. Please remember to subscribe and hit the like button. Thanks, guys. So today we're going to talk about an effective way of doing Instagram flyers. However, before we get into it, this is a 3-part series, and this is part 2, the visuals. I want to help you guys with the visuals. But before that, there are things you should consider before you even start out that as your campaign. The visuals is just part of your campaign. Instagram has 3 main goals when you create an ad in Instagram. You want more people to go to your page, to your Instagram page, and maybe more likes, get more awareness? Do you want them to go to your website, or do you want people to give you a direct message? You got to write a plan, because it's not enough just to promote your posts or your flyers or anything like that. There are limitations to what Instagram will allow. If it has too much text, they won't allow it, and stuff like that. Then who do you want to target? Who's your audience? Who do you want to target? If you're selling sports stuff, you're gonna want to target more men than women. Stuff like that. You got to kind of have to know who your target audience is, and then put aside a budget. It could be from $5 a day to $300 a day. It all depends, and then obviously just the more money you put into it, the more people you're going to reach. After that, this is what we're going to go over, like branding, photography, what message you want to convey, if you have video. Instagram is a visual place. Visuals, it's king on Instagram. So today we're going to talk about good practices when creating an Instagram post or a flyer, or some kind of marketing piece. And then finally, phase 3 is your delivery. Once you've got people engaged, are you taking them to a sales page? Is there an email sign up form? Do you have incentives for them to sign up? Are you giving away something? How are you going to give it to them? If they sign up for your newsletter, do you have newsletters to send out? Do you have things for them to want to keep coming back or buy from you or sign up to your newsletter? You have to have some sort of incentive and then deliver once you went through this process. All right, guys. So before we start actually designing, you got to know the three settings, 3 file sizes that Instagram allows. Vertical one, which is 1080 by 1350 pixels. The standard size, which is a square, is 1080 by 1080 pixels. This is pretty much standard. Instagram will crop it to by default. You can make it this if you're creating your own artwork. This would be the file sizes you're going to create. And then something that I wouldn't recommend, but this is more intended for horizontal pictures, panoramas. It's 1080 by 608 pixels. However, I wouldn't recommend it. Don't create anything this size. It's just too small. It's tiny. However, you're either going to do the default 1080. If you want to do something more vertical, you're going to do it with this file size. So like I said, Instagram's a visual place. It's all about pictures. They're here to see pictures. Pictures worth 1,000 words. So you can pretty much convey your whole message by a simple picture. As a matter of fact, Instagram doesn't really allow too much text on any post. So out of all these 4 pictures here, which one you think will get the most likes? Keep in mind, when your eye is looking at a picture, it will always go to the brightest spot on the picture first. That's the focal point. Your eye is naturally attracted to the brightest thing that just pops out the most. However, by nature, humans, we are attracted to beauty. All right, so take a look at this picture here in the bottom right-hand corner. You can see her face, and you can see she's pretty, but it looks blurry. The focus is here on the water bottle. This guy here is drinking water. He's also giving a message. He's young, he's healthy, he's modern, he's got his phone, and he's going through a social feed. This one's a little bit more dramatic, has some coloring and all this stuff. However, this is the one that's going to get the most views. And she's not even drinking water. There's just simply a cup of water in front of her. Again, it doesn't matter what your message is. You want people to visit your picture, to get interested. You need a good visual to entice them, to lure them in, to see what this picture is all about. All of these kind of capture your curiosity because of the direction. See, this guy's looking at his phone. That might capture your curiosity. They're all drinking. Ultimately, you want to just kind of get their attention and then get them to find out more of what it is all about. This picture will definitely get the most likes. Not only more likes, but I think when people are scrolling like this guy, and he's taking a little break, and he's scrolling. How fast do you scroll through your views? Pretty fast, right? Like you have literally 1 second to either capture their attention or somehow hook them in. And a flyer with a bunch of words is not going to do the trick. I mean, they'll see free water bottle and blah, blah, blah. This is a really bad example of what a flyer should look like. Okay, so let's start talking about flyers. Like I said earlier, Instagram doesn't allow a lot of text. It's like a billboard. Like, you shouldn't put any more than 7 words on a flyer. Even 7 might be too many. 5. The least amount of words you can do, the better. Because you just basically, you have like half a second to get people to see your picture. And let's say you know, whatever. I'm just going to use this as an example. Like, you just want people to drink water, whatever. Your message is drink water. Visuals, photography plays a very important part, you know. Like, let me give you an example. Which one do you think will get more attention? This one or this one? Big difference, right? Visuals are absolutely crucial. Obviously, you know, you don't know what he's drinking here. However, and, you know, he says here, drink water. Or he's drinking water. However, you want to just capture their attention and then describe what it is your intent is in the description below. Put a link, whatever you want to achieve. Here's another. It's this one's, you know, not great. It's more appealing than this one. It's just more eye-catching. This is, but again, like I said, your target audience. Who's your target audience? You know, are you appealing to people, you know, over 50, or, you know, people that are in their 20s? There, one is neither good or bad. You know, are you targeting soccer players? Then you got to throw a soccer player in there. So now I'm going to show you some samples of flyers that have words in it. I'm going to show you a couple of examples why they work and why they don't work. Now, this here is just really bad example. There's too much going on. There's no focal point. I mean, this is really bad. Like, get yourself a good graphic designer that knows layout, that knows color combinations. Even though this is kind of like, okay, it'll maybe catch your attention, but there's just way too much going on. Like, this is not a good sample. This is a little bit better because it's clean, it's organized, it's easy to read. However, there is still too much text going on. This is the same flyer, just kind of redone a little bit differently with more of a more human touch. However, it's still, I don't even think Instagram will allow this. There's just way too much text. You're trying to give too much information. Remember, you want to just simply grab their attention. That's it. And you have half a second to do that. This will not do it. Like, people are scrolling, they'll see this, they'll just keep scrolling right along. So what's a better way to grab their attention? A free water bottle. And then you give the details at the bottom. Details at the bottom, website, links, description, anything. So if they're interested, they see this, they're scrolling, they might stop. Oh, like, well, you know, what's going on here? Capture their curiosity and intrigue them, and then they'll go look and see what this is all about. It just says free water bottle. That's it. I don't think any more info is needed. Like I said, these are just way too much stuff going on. Probably won't even be allowed. This one's just really bad. It's to me, it's ugly. Simple. Less is more. Visuals are more important than information at this point. So now, when you're creating your flyers, what you're going to think about is color. Color is very important. Are the flyers consistent with your branding? Is your logo visible? You know, what's the dominant colors in your flyers? These are things you need to consider when you're doing your flyers. If it's not just your flyers, let me show you a nice example of if it's just your product and you want to show your product, clean, simple, you know, that just has the logo. This is a fake ad, but I just want to show you guys. See, it's nice and clean. It's good graphics, good representation. And yeah, so let me show you 2 examples. Like, if you have a product and it's, you know, this is also clean and simple. However, think about it a step further, like a water bottle against a black background. But what if we do it better? Think about what's really going to pop out. Look at the huge difference between these water bottles and these water bottles. Obviously, the photography and the graphics are way better here. I think these will attract more attention than these. And you know, what are the colors you're using? What does your branding look like? Is the branding consistent with all the rest of your stuff, with your social media, with your website, with your marketing campaign? These are all things to consider. All right, so once you got all your visuals, you know, you got a nice flyer going with a good message, a nice graphic, a nice visual. Do you have a sales page that you're going to lead them to? Do you have an email sign up? What's the giveaway? What's the incentive? What are you going to give away for them to want to come to your website, for them to sign up? A popular method is giving people a free ebook or a free water bottle with the purchase of, you know, something. It doesn't necessarily have to be a giveaway right away. Sometimes they need to purchase something to buy one, get one free, whatever, you know. This is going to be up to you guys. If they do sign up for your emails and they don't buy nothing, do you have content for their newsletters? If you're selling something, do you have upsells? And all of these things are going to be part of your campaign. You know, this is going to be why you have to develop this in 3 stages. And we can go even more deeper into this. However, this is more focused on the visual part of your campaign. So if you want more info, look out for the next video, phase 3, where we go a little bit more in depth into the sales page, email sign, like the phase 3 of all this. All right, guys. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, comment below, and I'll see you later. All right, bye.